Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, is a realistic, productive morning routine video. So I start my morning off promptly at 6:45 a.m., not 6:30, not 7, but I do like odd times, so 6:45 it is. As soon as I get up, I typically am in bed by myself, but today Winnie decided to join me. When I put a camera up, she's like, I need my time to shine, so she's right there beside me. As I check my phone, I try to spend less than 3 minutes on it, truthfully, in the morning, because again, I want to make the most out of my morning. So not checking Instagram and all of that until later in the day. I get up and promptly run to my bathroom to brush my teeth. So next, I do brush my teeth. I wear a retainer at night. I did have braces that were taken off 15 or 16 years ago. No one told me that I was going to be wearing a retainer for the rest of my life after that, though. But this is the most important step in the morning. I moved from there to put on my workout apparel. I put on my workout clothes, but I also put my hoodie on top because I do walk my dog in the morning. I have crochet hair in, and uniquely this crochet hair, actually I left some of my hair out, so I do unravel my twist at the front of my crochet hair. Now I don't fully style my hair, so lay my edges down and all that until after I take my shower, but just so I don't walk outside looking a complete fool, I do take those twists out. I talked about in a recent vlog how I love my Crocs for walking my dog, and so I take my bedroom house shoes out, I put on my Crocs, and I walk Winnie for let's say about 5 minutes. It's cold, we are in November, so it's chilly in the morning. I can't spend too long, so just enough for her to get her business out the way, and we bring it back on in. So next, I go and make up my bed. I truly believe when you're someone like me who works from home, having a made up bed adds a level of productivity to your day, in the sense that now that it gets dark earlier, it's 5:30, I get off of work, it would be so easy for me to want to go into my room and KO because my bed's not all nice and all that. It's all inviting and ready for me to lay down if it's not made up. But because it's already structured, I'm like, oh, I don't want to mess this up. Let me get some work done. So it makes for productive evenings for me. My bed has the duvet that looks so nice, and my pillows that I always love, but it also has this blanket that I feel very passionate about. It says Leah Laval. My mom actually got me that last Christmas. It means so much to me, and I keep it close to me because it took her a while to embrace the fact that I even had a YouTube channel. So last Christmas, it really meant a lot that she put my channel name, because that's not my biological name, it's my channel name, on a blanket and gave it to me. So after that, I grab some water so I can begin working out. If you notice from my workouts, I'm working on two central areas, which are my abs and my glutes. Those are the two focus areas for me that are very important. You're probably like, where do you get your cardio from? I do not do cardio just because for me, I do have a very high metabolism and I shed weight so fast. I'm not trying to lose weight. That's not the goal of this. What I really want to do is kind of define some areas for me that are a little lacking. So that is what my workout consists of at this point, and I work out for roughly about 20 minutes just because I do have asthma as well, and my lung capacity is not that of a I'd say normal person, so I do limit my workouts to what I can actually accomplish, so they are roughly about 20 minutes at this point. So once I'm done, it is now shower time. I put my scarf back on and I hop in the shower. Now, while I'm in the shower, I do the first step of my skincare routine, which is cleanser. I love the Fresh Soy facial cleanser. Love it so much. It feels like it's working because I believe it actually is working. And then I do the rest of my shower, which y'all don't need to know. Y'all know how a shower goes. So once I'm done with my shower, I typically sit on my closed toilet lid adjacent from my skincare kind of caddy that I have in my bathroom. I first apply my deodorant, my lotion, which I've been loving so much. It's Bath and Body Works, and when I find a scent that I love from Bath and Body Works, I typically write it down. I explore so many different scents, but I have been loving this fresh gardenia scent. It has been It's been amazing. But then after I'm done with that, I move on to my skincare process post the cleanser. I had to switch over to my robe. I typically do this step in the bathroom without a robe or a towel on, but since I'm filming and I want to be decent, I decided let me put this robe on because the towel was wanting to slip it on down. So next we go in with the toner step, and for that I use the Fresh Rose Floral Toner. I love this toner. Sometimes I spray it directly on my face. Sometimes I do the cotton pad. Today I did the cotton pad. I love this step because it really has shown me throughout my routine how the cleanser doesn't fully, get all the dirt off your face. I haven't worn makeup when I filmed this video for probably 5 or 6 days, and if you notice, as I'm wiping away, I still have a little bit of, brown on the pad. The instructions say keep using the cotton pads until the cotton pad comes back white. And I was like, oh, ain't gonna be no problem the first time I use this, because I was like, it shouldn't be any issues. I haven't worn makeup in a while. I have really learned how dirty your face can be just off of sleep alone. So I think the toner step is very important. I used to use witch hazel, which can be a little bit more strong. So I definitely say go in with a more calm, very much so soothing toner if you can. Next, I move forward with the serum step, and I use the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid serum. I love that at this point as well. I use a different one for my nighttime as a serum. I will probably show that in a future video, but I love this serum right now. I have not had breakouts in quite some time with my current routine, which I don't tend to break out a lot. I used to break out a lot, more so during the hormonal times of the season. But even with, that time of the month, I have noticed that I do not get the breakouts I used to, especially with my new routine. So I let that serum kind of settle into my skin, give it a couple of minutes before going in with my moisturizer. That is also a Fresh moisturizer. Fresh is really good to me when it comes to the skincare realm. I know there are so many other brands, but I think they have a good line of products. I close out the process by going in with my Laura Mercier lip balm, and then going in with my Laura Mercier under eye cream. And then I am done kind of with my morning routine. It's ever evolving, and I'm, adding and removing steps sometimes, but I think this is the most consistent my process has been. But again, it might change in the summer. Next, I go in for the hair portion. I lay my edges down, but first, I remembered I didn't put my fragrance on. I love my fragrance. I keep it on my caddy. It is the Ralph Lauren Romance. I adore this fragrance. I think symbolically it's because my mom used to wear this all the time, so growing up I smelled it a lot, so now I wear it. But I put my morning fragrance on, and then I continue to lay my edges down. Now, as I'm filming this is a Monday, so this is a first day of the week. I go in and make sure that my hair is detangled. I want to go in on a Monday, just being fully presentable. This, a good Monday keeps the rest of the week on track. And so I just kind of do a little bit of Hawaiian Silky on my hair, and that's it. I mean, this is a very much so low maintenance crochet style, which you'll learn more about when my review video comes out. But loving this hair and loving how much it blends with my own hair that's left out in the front. So next I put on my attire for the day. I love a good jumpsuit. Probably 3 out of 5 days of the week I'm wearing my Amazon jumpsuit. I like to be comfy. Even though I work from home and you can only see the top half, I love being comfortable in my space. So I put that on, and then I transition to breakfast time. I do eat breakfast every morning, but it does vary. This morning in particular, it's a Monday morning. Sundays, I typically go to my favorite restaurant local to me, and I get my little bacon, my eggs, and my grits. But they were not taking online orders today, so I decided to push that off to Monday. Some Mondays I do have this whole breakfast of bacon, eggs, and grits, but not all. Most mornings I either have a cereal or I have bagels and apple. waffles. That's typically my breakfast, but I do start with a breakfast every morning. While that breakfast is preparing itself and cooking, I do go in and clean like my workout attire. I put that up, as well as I check on my plants. I check the humidity in my apartment first to make sure, it's not too wet. Most of the time during the fall, winter months, it is not, but sometime in the summer, it can be, pretty wet already, so it doesn't need a lot of humidity to spike it up. But I do check my humidity and then spray my plants that, require a level of extra, wetness to them. I do have a humidifier, as you saw in the scene with my other plant beside it, but I do not tend to use that quite often, just because it takes a lot to fill it up and it only runs for like a day before it needs more water. It's continuous filling up, but I do have that humidifier sometimes for when it's extra dry. So next, I'm making my coffee, and I have been loving this combination, which is the Met Cafe coffee pod as well as the cinnamon toast creamer. As you know, or as you saw from a scene ago, that is my favorite cereal. The creamer is excellent, but I poured too much. I wasn't paying attention, and I was trying to make sure I was getting everything in frame and everything in the shot, so much so that I over poured. I do not use this much creamer. I promise you guys, I'm not that creamer crazy girl. I just overextended myself, but I'm still going to drink the coffee. So I always get comments that I love to see that you're a regular girl who eats regular food for breakfast. I do. I'm not one of those quinoa, avocado toast. I eat. I'm a Southern girl. I eat my grits. I love me some good grits. Now, sometimes I will have grits without doing the rest of the process, because grits is easy to make. I might do a grits and bacon combination without the eggs, because eggs is that added step. But I will, in some form, have bacon at least once, twice, 3 times a week, or grits at least 4 times a week. Eggs a little less frequently. But yes, this is my food of choice. And then I chow down while I'm eating. That might be a time where I am exploring more on social media, responding to comments, just giving myself time. If you've ever noticed it, if you've ever followed me, you might be like, she comments on my comments or responds to my comments pretty early in the morning. Yes, I do it in the morning, and then probably late at night is when I respond to comments. Sometimes probably during like a lunch period, but other than that, you guys know I love engaging with you guys. So after eating, I move on to vitamins, which a lot of times you're supposed to take after or during eating anyways. I, for the last couple years, have liked the VitaFusion Women's Multi. As you can tell, though, there's like one red in there. I don't even know if you can see the red, but I only eat the reds out of here, not the purples, which I tend to waste a lot. So I decided to buy some new vitamins. I bought B12, which it's been a week since I recorded this video. I like those, as well as the iron gummies. Iron is something, being anemic the way I am, I lack, so I need that, as well as these vitamins. I don't like these as much. They have a very much so medicine-y feel. I next go in with my planner. You guys know I'm a paper planner girl, but I recently transitioned into digital planning, and I love it. Now, I'm not showing you the actual day because I work in HR. Sometimes there's candidates' names on my planner, so I'm not showing you that, but I'm just showing you the layout of what my planner is like. I've loved digital planning so far. I started November 1st. I've been liking it. So my paper planner, we'll come back to it. Then we're going to sit down at my computer. I, have my planner. I know what my day entails, so I'm preparing myself. But I sit down, and first, before I get truly started on my day, I go into my Duolingo app. This is not sponsored by them, by the way. I wish they could sponsor me, because if you notice, I have been on this app for a lot of days. I'm trying to zoom in so you can see, but I have a 759-day streak, meaning I have constantly, without fail, every single day studied for at least a minute or so on my app. I am trying to get good at Spanish. I'm okay. I'm very still nervous about speaking it, but I do have a Mexico trip coming up, so I think I can understand it pretty well. Understanding it, I'm doing a pretty good job at. Speaking it, I'm still shy. You don't want to sound like weird saying words. So that's where I am with speaking it. Reading it, I'm very good at reading it. Reading it is probably my best. It probably goes great at reading, mediocre, still intermediate at hearing and understanding people. They got to talk a little slower. And with actually speaking it, that's probably my lowest level because I don't have to speak it. Like I watch some TV shows in Spanish. I like have captions on all my TV shows in Spanish, but I don't have to speak it ever because nobody I communicate with is Spanish speaking. So this is a element that I love about my mornings. I always want to do something that challenges me, that makes me, think harder, think longer. And so I spend about 10 minutes. I used to try to do like 15, 20 minutes pre-pandemic. I used to be really into it, but just because I try to be as productive as I can and kind of put everything in the mornings, I do spend a little less time, but I do spend at least some time every day doing this. So Winnie, my coworker, decides to join me at this point, and we get the day started. Now I put a blazer on if I have a meeting in the morning, which I do. I try to put meetings on the calendar for first thing Monday so that you can start the week with a bang. I grab my coffee and then I get to work. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, so click that and follow me on Instagram at Leah Levon89, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.